what do you mean by sleeping around?
We mean exactly that. We say what we mean. We say that she's sleeping around, and we mean that she's sleeping around.
Hold on, Floyd. There's a reason I'm asking you that. Because in one interview, you denied that sleeping around meant having sex with more than one person. You said, no, we never said she's going to have sex with them. We are saying that she's sleeping around with them. What does that mean?
It means sleeping around. Our interpretation of sleeping around is sleeping around. We mean what we say.
You are being ridiculous, Floyd. Your interpretation of sleeping around is sleeping around. What does that mean? Answer the question.
It means exactly that. It means exactly that she's
is she having sex with them?
That she's a political prostitute who does not have coordinated views.
What's a political prostitute?
It's people who sleep around.
Having sex, getting naked and having sex. What do you mean she's sleeping around?
There's no other explanation we're going to give except that she's sleeping around.
Floyd, I need to understand. Before you said when you came on the radio, rightly so, I need to understand what you are saying before I respond to it. You and I agree on that. I'm saying I don't understand what you mean. Explain to me what you mean.
There possibly is a problem with yourself if you don't understand what's sleeping around.
But explain, it's your role as a spokesperson. Explain, what is it?
Our explanation of sleeping around is that she's sleeping around. There's no other explanation we can give except that explanation. If you don't understand, then there's a problem with
Can you help me understand then?
If you need to understand it, to explain that sleeping around is sleeping around. You must go check, I don't know where. Sleeping around is sleeping around, and we're going to consistently say that she's sleeping around. We're not going to change from that point.
You actually don't know what you mean.
We know what we mean. We say what we mean, and we mean what we say.
For goodness sake, answer the question. You're playing around with words. We mean what we mean. We say what. Just answer the question. Full stop. In whatever way. What does sleeping around mean?
Sleeping around means sleeping around. There's no other explanation we can give except that she's sleeping around. Unfortunately, you can ask me a million times. We're not going to change that explanation. We mean what we say, and we say what we mean exactly that.
You don't think it's important? You don't think it's important for people to understand what you mean?
Listen to what I'm saying.
But I can't, because you're not saying anything. You're saying we mean what we say what we mean. What does that mean? I'm sure you were chosen as a spokesperson because you've got a brain and you can express yourself. I'm saying there's a problem. You've said something that is not being understood. What did you mean she's sleeping around? That's the question.
We are saying that she's sleeping around, and our meaning, our interpretation of sleeping around is sleeping around. There's nothing else we can explain beyond that.
You've come on the radio and giving us the most ridiculous answers to very simple questions. Anybody with a brain knows that sleeping around means having sex and sleeping with more than one person. I was giving you an opportunity to explain what you meant by it, and you can't answer the question, so you've wasted time.
Our explanation is that it's sleeping around, and we're not going to change from that particular explanation.
Because you can't think. That is the problem here.
No, you're being angry. You're being angry. You're being typical of yourself. So please, can you grow up?
Floyd, I don't know which planet you come from. All you've done is come on the radio and said you can have whatever interpretation. I'm not interested in my interpretation or anybody else's. I want to hear what you meant. You can't answer that.
You can say that you're not happy with our interpretation, but we're not going to change the interpretation.
But I don't know what your interpretation is because you haven't explained it.
Sleeping around in our well, in our explanation is sleeping around. There's no other language we can explain sleeping around except that particular statement. That is what we basically say.
Anyway, Floyd, thank you very much for calling us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And please grow up in the future when you speak about this.
Thank you, Floyd. I will grow up.
Sure.
Thank you. That's Floyd Shivambu, who is the ANC Youth League spokesperson. He wanted the right to reply. He wanted to tell us what the ANC Youth League meant when they said Helen Zille is sleeping around. If you understand what it meant, then congratulations to you.